that really stood out to me, and I just kept asking him to replay it over and over and over again, is that there's no blood. There's no blood from the back. There is no blood. So I think a lot of people were wondering whether or not that bullet pierced and went out the back. I think I vaguely even remember, and Skylar, you can maybe live look this up, but like I thought the feds were saying they were looking for a bullet at some point, which is now very alarming to me. I don't understand that. How could they have been looking for a bullet? Because if I'm not seeing, and there isn't, I'm telling you, what happens in the front is not what happens in the back at all. If I'm not seeing any blood,
y'all, this right here? Phew. The streets are buzzing because Dave Chappelle just aired out the real tea on why Candace Owens was kicked out of Charlie Kirk's funeral. And baby, when I tell you it's messy, it's messy. We're talking secrets, backdoor drama, and receipts that got folks clutching their pearls. Grab your snacks, cause this story is not what you think. So let's rewind real quick. Charlie Kirk, the founder of Turning Point USA, has been at the center of conservative politics for years. Now, love him or hate him, his funeral was supposed to be a serious and respectful event, right? Politicians, influencers, and high-profile names from the conservative world showed up to pay respects. But then here comes Candace Owens. Now Candace and Charlie had a complicated relationship. They worked together, they fell out, and then they tried to patch it up. But apparently all that tension didn't just vanish. People close to the scene said Candace was already being side-eyed the second she walked in the building. See, Candace has been beefing with multiple people in that circle, and word is she's been accused of using Charlie's name and platform to elevate herself, even when Charlie wasn't around to co-sign. Folks weren't feeling that energy, especially on a day that was supposed to be about mourning. Dave Chappelle, who's no stranger to calling out hypocrisy, slid right in with commentary that left everybody shook. He basically said, if you ain't here for the right reasons, you shouldn't be here at all. And that's when the whispers started about Candace being asked to leave. Now picture this. People are in black, the choir is soft in the background, and security quietly walks up to Candace. She's sitting there trying to keep it cute, but next thing you know they're escorting her out. And baby, Dave Chappelle wasted no time clowning the whole situation. He told the crowd later, only Candace Owens could turn a funeral into a press conference. He called her out for making everything about herself, even in someone else's final moment. People were laughing but also nodding because let's be real, he wasn't lying. But here's the kicker. The real reason she got the boot? According to Chappelle and other insiders, it wasn't just personal beef, it was about respect. Folks say she was trying to network and spin narratives in the lobby while people were grieving. Imagine that. Instead of quietly paying respects, she allegedly pulled her usual, I'm the star routine. And that was the last straw. Chappelle said straight up, there's a time to perform and there's a time to shut up. Candace still don't know the difference. Few talk about reading somebody without opening a book. Now of course, Candace hasn't stayed quiet. Word is she's planning to clap back with her own version of the story. But if you know Candace, you know she's gonna spin it like she was the victim when everybody else in the room saw her being the problem. Meanwhile, Chappelle's comments are spreading like wildfire online, with people calling it one of the realest things he said in a minute. So now the big question is, will Candace finally take accountability? Or will this just be another headline in her long list of feuds? What do y'all think? Was Candace wrong for how she acted at Charlie Kirk's funeral, or was she set up to be embarrassed? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this one has people divided. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next messy update.
Ton of cameras on this campus. There is a lot of footage that they could release to make the public feel better about this. I mean, tons of different angles. I don't know why we're getting grainy shots at all. There have been tons of people online going through the tech stack of UVU campus and saying like, hey, why are we getting grainy? Why don't you give us clearer images? In fact, you guys could show us an image here, 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 here. They're not doing that. They're just going with this like grainy image and saying that's it. And you can get this grainy image, but we can't tell you much more. Now, again, it's an open investigation.
Safety team is here. I just heard them say the active shooter, Charlie Kirk, has been shot. Charlie Kirk got hit, is what the security detail just said.
Said there is no way we are going to this event now. There's a 0% chance. First and foremost, why are you saying invite? Anybody can go to it. You just buy a ticket to the event, and you're all working to try to get me to confirm that I'm going. And you're doing this as if you're trying to like push my buttons and be like, we got to make her get into her ego so she like shows up and like posts it on social media. nope, actually, while I'm attacking the feds, maybe not going to a public event, which the feds are organizing, is probably a very good idea. I'm good. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna listen to Power on my headphones and go see Ye. How's that for a memorial for Charlie Kirk? That feels like the right thing.